Hello, everybody. Sorry for the technical challenges here. I think it's my first live, but I think you guys can all see me now. Hello, everybody. So I'm Ramon Kingsley, and I'm the Global Product Design Director for AT Cross. And I want to welcome you to this very special live event. It's a beautiful Thursday today, and I hope you're all having a great day and looking forward to the weekend. Also, just want to let you know, just in case I look like I'm not looking straight at you, at times it's most likely just a natural tendency to look at the video camera. So with that being said, I'm going to give it a minute or so, and as you guys join in. All right, so as I mentioned, I'm Ramon Kingsley, the Global Product Design Director for AT Cross, and today I am very excited and actually honored because I'm going to be talking to you about a very special collection called the Cross 175th Anniversary. But for me, I think what makes this live even more special is that you'll get to learn all about this collection from the perspective of the designer, the creator. I'm gonna take you behind the scenes and dive into the inspiration and rich history behind the design of this collection. So before I do that, first I wanna share with you my experience and involvement with designing cross-writing instruments, talk to you about the products, all the great details, and a lot of the benefits of these products. And last but not least, everybody that's on the live here, provide you with a code for exclusive savings at cross.com. So before I dive into the show and showing you guys all these beautiful pens I have here, I want to tell you a little bit about my experience and involvement with designing writing instruments for AT Cross. It actually dates back all the way back to almost 20 years. And during that time, I've had the unique privilege to work and interact with actual generational cross family members back in my early designer days. So I have a unique perspective on the evolution of the brand and where we are today. So during this time, you know, I've had the opportunity to travel all over the world, and one of the most exciting things about it is that I've had a chance to meet so many cross enthusiasts, collectors, all sorts of professionals that have a special connection to the Cross brand. So one of the things that I wanted to mention is a question that I get a lot from collectors and writing enthusiasts is they always ask, or they're always curious, so as a designer, how are you able to come up with so many designs over the years when you're kind of mostly working around a cylindrical stick that's like no greater than 6 inches? So the best way I thought to answer this question is actually while I show you the collection. And also partly, you know, it's just having a passion for being a writing enthusiast. So that definitely plays a role. So I'm gonna start with, there's so many things I have here, but I figured I'd start with showing you the product. So I'll go through I actually wanna show you some of the product, and then we'll get into some of the very cool packaging and all sorts of things that come with this very special collection. And just to start, the reason it's 175th anniversary is because AT Cross started in 1846. So I believe every 10 years or so we anniversary that. And it's a very, very unique, probably one of the most special collections I've designed for AT Cross because it really embodies all of the design elements and of the brand over the years, dating back all the way back to the beginnings. So I've incorporated all of those things to get to the point where you've got this beautiful collection. So for starters, I've just picked up this pen. So what this is, I'm sure some of the enthusiast viewers, this here is, if you see it, it's basically the iconic classic Century. And what this is that basically the brand kind of back, started in 1846 and close to around 1930s or so, during the second generation of the Boss family. This pen was, a version of this pen was created, which is very slick, very slender. As you can see, has the sort of a conical shape there. And interestingly enough, it's probably one of the only brands in the world where you've done one design that's transcended for so many years till today. Still one of the most popular and most beautiful and perfectly ergonomic pens that you can get. So I want to start there. So that's your Century. And then over the course of the years, from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, what's happened is we've expanded on that. So if you look at this body here, what you're seeing here is essentially an evolution of the classic Century. So you've got the classic Century, and then you've got this sort of wider body, very similar in resemblance to keep the brand, but also caters to a consumer that basically has different ergonomic taste. Some people like a thinner pen, some like a slightly thicker, and eventually getting to the point where we've introduced this body. So when you look at this, what's very unique about this, and I'll get into all the design and stuff, but what's very unique about this is that if you're someone that absolutely loves Cross or one of the designs, in this particular case, you'll be able to pick what size you like. Not everybody tends to like a thin pen. So this gives you a very unique opportunity to be able to say, okay, I kind of like a slightly thicker pen. So that's what you're seeing there. It's a true evolution. And I wanted to note that what's really cool about this is that Cross is one of the very few pen companies that have such a pure branding design element. So when I get so many comments, and sometimes when you're on TV and you see pens, people distinctly recognize a cross writing instrument. And that all has to do with over the years, having the purity of keeping all of the design elements. As you expand into different sort of sizes and things, you'll notice that sort of our iconic, right, mid-century, this harkens back to, mid-century, century modern influences, where things are very, very sleek. In terms of Cross, if you look at this, we have sort of this conical shape with a shovel. It's kind of like a shovel. They call it a shovel clip, if you can see from the side there. And when people have, when people wear these pens, it kind of sits very proud, like on a pocket. And we've extended that through all the different collections so that people can recognize our writing instruments anywhere in the world. It just has a very powerful and pure branding quality to it. So let me start with, so for the 175th anniversary, what I've done here is I've gone back and really take our most iconic sort of evolutions of design, which is the Century, Century 2, and the Townsend. And then what I've done here is that I've incorporated a lot of these design elements that you see here. I'm gonna close it up for the camera, see if you can see that. So what those are, they're like these design rings. And actually, I'll share three details. So you've got the design rings. Then if you notice, there's like a little ball end clip. And then this very unique, let's see if I can, there you go. I don't know if you can see it there, but on top of that, what you see there is a sort of a moniker of the 175th. And that goes back to our branding, which our brand has this very unique lion icon, which I'm actually going to share with you today. Where does that come from? Because I get a lot of that also from consumers. They love it, and some of the really connoisseurs that have been around the brand for a long time really know where that comes from. So I wanted to share that with you, and also share with you where what's the inspiration behind these rings and things like that. So I've got this is our history book here, and as you can see, you've got the nice sort of that's kind of the iconic cross design. But in here, I actually wanted to show you something. So if you look here, this goes back to the 30s. So if you look at this, we were very, jewelry, we're like a jewelry company, and this was very significant for the brand. And it's really when the brand started to get this sort of iconic look. And so you'll notice here the stripes, different pens had different stripes, different collections, which we have as well. And it's great. It's great to be able to take some of those design elements and bring them back into a special collection such as the 175th. So in this case, you've got a ballpoint pen. So this is our ballpoint pen. And there's also a set. So you've got the ballpoint pen and the pencil version of this. And this design, so I designed this at the Rhode Island studio. And if you look at this, a lot of the design elements that I have here, if you go to cross.com, you'll be able to better see that. But the engraving details and many of those things, you'll notice how rich that is. And what we have here is we've engraved the body of this pen and added this translucent lacquer technique that is just, it's amazing. When you have it under the light, it really shimmers. And then I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the moniker, because the moniker for this special collection, which we've only done it for this collection, is if you look, it has 175th, and it's the shape. You've got the shape of our brand, the lion, but it's got 175th. And what that is this goes really way back to really the beginning stages of AT Cross, like when the company started. I'll show you this image, and you'll get to see sort of where that lion comes from. So if you look here, you see if you guys can see that? So what that is that's essentially that was the beginning of where you started to see that lion. And in the 1800s and early 1900s, design was way different then. A lot was more ornate, but we started there and also introduced that into some early versions of our fountain pens, where that was also, you'll see that that's integrated into the design. And what I mean by that, I'll show you. So this is the Century 2. So I'm going to open this up, and if you look at this beautiful, so this is a fountain pen. This is one of our fountain pens, which we offer in a medium and fine tip. But I'm going to do a little bit of a close-up here, and you'll get to see how cool that is. I don't know if you can see it right there. So what it is it has the lion head engraved into the product, and that just harkens back to really the beginnings of when this brand really started. So that is also a very unique element. And then, of course, we've added the moniker. So all three of them have this inlaid, which is very, very intricate. So we've got this here. Also, this pen here, so you've got the engraving, you've got this engine turn engraving, and then the translucent lacquer, which is hit over this pen that creates that beautiful brilliance. In the ring itself, you also get, I've actually added a 175th year anniversary, so that this is very special. an addition to your collection. So if you've collected many Townsend pens, this will certainly stand out by these particular features. At the top, it also has my designed in Rhode Island, USA. So we did this at the Rhode Island studio, and we've carried that. So all of the pens. So you've got your Townsend that does that. You've got your Century 2, and of course the Icon, which is the classic Century. So let's see what else. Let's talk about the box itself. The box itself is absolutely amazing. If you look, I took everything out here so that I could show you. So when you receive this product, it comes in this beautiful, so I think you guys can see that, but this is actually just gorgeous. And what you're seeing here is those are those bands, those iconic bands that come with the brand. And if I close up, you'll see how rich that looks. And even the detail of the box when you open it. So inside this box, what you get for this special product is this beautiful box, and it has the unique, again, same thing here. This box is unique, is a very special for this, only for this product line. You'll see that it has the 175th logo in here. And also, what's very cool about this is when you open it, so you'll have your product there, and it has this beautiful, can you see it there? Let's see. So it's got this beautiful booklet, and this booklet is great because it really, this brand booklet really takes you all the way through, looking at some of, Richard Cross, some of our founding fathers, all the way up till now. So this is probably one of the nicest executions I've seen. And it's just super duper special that you're able, that we're able to do this in this special edition collection. So here's the, so you get this with the product. Also, this is also pretty nice. So this is a pen stand, and this is very popular for, so you get the 175th and our unique brand identity there. So what's unique about this is you basically lay it down, and it's meant to showcase. So a lot of people in the office, or just people that love writing with, it could be fountain pens, or they just want to showcase their beautiful collection. You have this pen stand. So the other unique thing, so this pen stand also comes inside the box. So you've got this unique pen stand, and then you've got basically the beautiful special edition box with the product. So this is, it's beautiful. This is very special for, especially connoisseurs, collectors, even just as a gift. It's quite impressive, and I've gone to great lengths with the team and everybody across to really develop this so that you're basically no expenses spared. You get everything that you would ever think of, especially if you're like a collector and a cross or pen enthusiast. One other thing I wanted to mention was we do have, so when you get this box, if you order, we have here so we've got a Century 2 fountain pen, and when you order this pen, actually inside the box, what you get is, so there's like a little tablet here, but inside here, you get the piston cartridge, which is great. This one works with so if you're an avid fountain pen user, you basically have this, which is reusable, and you can put any of your colored inks in the product, and also just sort of a portable, the cartridges. So you get two of those, and you've got the piston cartridge. And like I said, you've got the Century 2. This particular one is the translucent blue with gold. There are some other finishes that are coming, but right now, if you go online, you'll probably be able to purchase one of these in fine and medium. Another beautiful color. So I haven't shown you guys this one. So this is This is for the ball pen. So ball pen is probably one of the most popular forms of writing out there. If you look at the amount of writing that gets done, this is probably by far the most popular, the ball pen. But in this particular design, this is my personal favorite. So this has that beautiful, it's just that green, almost like a British racing green with the gold, and you've got the gold banding, the moniker. You get the little see there, what's really cool about that, it reminds me of just this is what Cross is all about right here. And that was done back, in the jewelry days. So it allows for you to easily kind of slip that into a pocket. If now that you've seen this, and for all the enthusiasts out there, you come across so many people, pilots and airlines and police officers and all sorts of people. They carry, usually they have their set, the pen and pencil set, and they'll either have it in their shirt, and everyone's got a very unique connection to the product, whether it was a gift that was given to them, heirloom type of thing. So that's really pretty unique there. And now I'm gonna basically put them next to each other so you can see here. Let's see here. So the live doesn't do it justice. You'll have to, if you go to the website, you'll really see the brilliance and how rich some of these finishes, which are very, very sophisticated techniques developed for many, many years, especially just with the amount of time I've been writing instruments. I can really appreciate the involvement of detail that has to go to get this sort of an execution. Let's see, I'm gonna check the comments here, see if there's any comments from anybody. Okay, so I did. I have, okay, great. They like the design. Also, I wanted to note to you guys regarding the refills, those will be coming back soon. I think we're completely out. They're very, very popular. So I believe that probably in the next few weeks, you'll get some of these refills. These are all popular. I mean, in terms of a fountain pen, it's just something that I wanted to talk about too. And I think yesterday when they did the advertisement for this live is, what makes a design legend and things like that. And really, to me, is it's not something that you just walk into something and you just start designing wild things. It's really about connecting the history and the consistency of a brand. The idea that I've had the privilege to, as a younger person at the time, be around some of these generational sort of family members that were involved with just the creation of this company, that really that kind of stuff and exposure allows you to really, when you develop product, to really focus on the brand consistency and the loyalty. And it's just really nice when you've collected pens for so many years. You're just looking forward for that next detail and that next design, and everything feels connected. So that's one of the most important attributes about design. The other thing too is regarding the sort of a lot of questions. Wow, it's a cylinder. How can you design so many things? Do you get kind of bored? It's incredible. There's a lot of ergonomics that goes into these products, and it all has to do with the way they sit. So, the way you put them on your hand, and the way when you're writing on the pen, there's so much data and so many things that we have to take into consideration to create a product. Not a product that's just going to look good, but a product that's going to feel good, so that it withstands the test of time. And that's essentially what these three products have done in terms of their size. The reason why, outside of whether they look really great, is their ergonomic basically ergonomically perfect products for individuals that are looking for certain types of things. And that is one of those things. If you really cherish writing, there's always that one pen that you like to grab or you carry with you. It just feels right. And those are one of the things that we strive to do with every collection, everything we design at AT Cross. Let's see what else. Let me see if I have any other. So the other thing I wanted to tell you is here. So these pens, so the pens that I'm talking to you about, these are in stock. So this is so if you go under the 175th anniversary collection, ball pen, you'll see it here, okay? So this is the ball pen, translucent blue with gold, beautiful. And by the way, the kind of, you know, when you think about sort of the way this is executed, you know, I can see this, it's not just a collector, but a business person or professional. It's just a great look, you know, with a white shirt or a blue suit. It's just beautiful. So this is the Century 175th ball pen. You also have, let's see here, you've got the Century 2. So this is the Century 2 fountain pen. And it's, as you know, some of you viewers out there that know Crosswell, this is a cap over. And this is available, I will check here in a minute just to make sure this is available for you guys. But this is the fountain pen in the medium and fine. Also, we've got the Townsend, which is sort of the upscale, just gorgeous. This one is it's actually a roller ball. So just so that you guys know the difference between a roller ball, sort of like this cap over roller ball, and a ball pen, the writing technology here is that when you write, so when you write with a ball pen, the way the ink is laid on paper is quite different than how it's laid out on the select tip. So roller ball, we call it roller ball. But here when you're writing, it has more of an ink flow. It just flows a little bit more wet on paper. So a lot of people really love that. And the ball pen is just kind of, you can write on like any kind of surface with this particular type of pen. All right, let's see what else we've got here. And as I'm talking, I've got my laptop here, so I get some, you know, when I have any comments, you guys provide comments and things like that, I'm able to answer some of your questions. The other thing is so I've shown you the ball pen, the blue, and then the other thing that we have in stock here is this one, which I think this is just phenomenal. You know, if you're someone that really is all about brand consistency and build a relationship with a brand, this is the kind of product that really is something that you would want to have in your collection. Let's see, so we've got, let's see what we've covered. So we've covered the pen stands. I've shown you the beautiful, so you've got your beautiful 175th box. And here, so what comes in here, if you notice a little longer, what comes in here is you actually get both. You get two boxes in there. You've got your special edition box, and then you've got the other box which carries the pen stand. And what's cool about that is it just makes it's really great for a gift. Feels like you're getting like two gifts in one, basically. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if we have any other comments here. Okay, so I got a comment here, which is my favorite pen. So that's a pretty interesting question. So I'll answer this. So it's funny, you know, everything's exciting when you design something for the first time. It's just very exciting because it's new, it's fresh. There's a lot of things that go in different times in history, right? So there's certain times where certain things are just you see them and it just feels good. But I will tell you what in terms of what my favorite writing instrument is, it always goes back to sort of an ergonomic. And what I mean by ergonomic is really how you hold a product. So, you know, because these are writing tools, and, you know, I carry a journal with me and I happen to write all the time. The Classic Century to me is the pen that I always go back to. So if I've got, you know, another particular pen, it could be maybe a Townsend, which is beautiful. I always tend to go back to sort of this particular ergonomic feel. And I think maybe that's just because this is sort of the everyday product for me. The regular version. This one's quite special. But if this is the everyday product, it's just very addictive because it just feels, the ergonomics of it just feels, it feels like it feels like you don't even have a pen. It just feels very good. So in terms of my favorite, I think that I would say this because of that. And also in terms of colors, I'm more of a brand purist, so I would say, you know, green is green and gold. Obviously, that's very sort of specific, but I love it because it reminds me of, like, even if you look at the book, see that? Even the history. This is so this was 150 years of cross, and I mean, it's green and gold. So every time, you know, so those kinds of things are very special to me. I will say, nothing like a blue, you know, a blue colored pen as well. It's just, it seems to, you know, when you pick a specific color, you kind of, it feels really great, and then you fall back to something, and that fallback or that sort of color that you never get tired of is sort of this translucent blue, and which I've actually incorporated into this collection. So it's just one of those colors that it's widely, you just can't get enough of, or it just, you know, you just don't get tired of it as you would something very shocking in terms of color. Let's see, what else? Let me see if I've got any other. Okay, great. So in the comment section, so everybody that's joined, we have posted direct links. So those particular links will lead you to exactly these products that I'm talking about. And leave us a comment. Any question, you can ask me any question you want, and tell us what you think. You know, I'm very honored to do this live, and also just this particular collection because it has so many historical meaning to it. One other thing, and I think it may be on the link already, is make sure if you're on thecross.com that you use the code. There's an actual disc. There's the code to get a special deal for the viewers. I will check to see if it's in the comment section, but if it's not, I'm gonna let you know. It's capital FB Live, all capital letters, and the number 10. And that will give you access to exclusive savings. So FB, let's see, capital F, capital B, capital L, capital I, V as in Victor, E as in entertainment, and the number 10. So make sure if you're on the website and you're browsing, and you know, you may want to get this for your personal collection, or as a gift, or as a special gift to a loved one. Make sure you type that so that you get a special deal for that product. So let me just see here. I'm just checking to see if anybody else has any other questions. I would love to, you know, share a lot of the. There's so much history behind sort of the development of these products. It's just, it's really fun to be able to design and kind of pick at certain elements in times in history, and that you take the, you know, sort of the most iconic thing of every sort of decade per se, and then you incorporate into like this one product, and that's what makes it really so special. not just the actual product, but designing it and being able to relay that message to you, and you're hearing it directly from the designer of the product. So it's a very unique opportunity. So I hope you guys have enjoyed learning about 175th anniversary collection. Make sure you tune in, leave some comments. There's some links in there as well, so that you get those special promotional codes. Let's see what else. I will give it a minute, see if anybody else has any other questions. I believe we'll be posting this. I think this live, you can, if you're not able to watch it today, you'll be able to tune in and watch the live. So I think we've covered everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and till next time, hope you guys have a great day. Take care.